What's up, guys? Today I wanted to kind of show you guys some of my 7.0 collection, plus give you guys kind of like a tier of what I think's best from my experience of using 7.0. Kind of give you that tier list of, best to worst. See, these are all my 80s bottles that I've had, and there's all the Perks bottles. There's a few 7 stacks bottles, 80s and 50s. Couple Kratom Culture, the raw powder. There's some of the like 3 packs of 80s. Those are the Opia 60 flavors I've tried so far. Then I got like a 7 stacks, Perks, the Opia Classics, with the Pseudo and the Wild Cherry all 20s. There's getting into the 30s. Then here's some singles. These are all Pure Ohms Black, 30s and 50s. There's some Opia Pink Strawberry singles, some 80s singles, some 7-tab 30s, Extreme, I believe is what it's called. Pi RX 42 milligram, 7 stack strawberry single, Haiku 100 milligram, and Mitra watermelon 50 milligram plus pseudo. So we'll start out over here. These are a bunch of odds and ends. Okay, so from best, in my opinion, to worst, we got 7 stacks up here at the top with the Setas and the 7 ohms, 21s, the Euphorias are pretty good. These are 30s, these are 20s, 80s, of course. And then, so that would probably be top tier in my opinion. And then we get into the smacks, the EDP, double stacks, bars, 7 tabs, Opia, and Pure Ohms Black. And then down here, yeah, they're in the 7 tabs 15s, but you got Rave, Smurfs, Dopium, Kratom Culture, Pure Ohms, 7 Star, Lucid, Perks. And then for the third tier row, we got High Joy, Dozo Perks. Dozo Perks I would put lower, to be honest, but as far as strength goes, but I really like the flavor, and I would almost do them just for the flavor. Honestly, as crazy as that sounds, but people said crazier things. Whatever these are, Ohms blends, those are 40s. Those are nasty, by the way, but I mean they're not bad. Like strength-wise, 7 ohms, Camas, and then the Subway 7 looking things. They got some cool names like Banana Boats and whatnot, Purple Hornets and stuff. Now for the last tier, these are the ones that I do not mess with like that. So we got the vape. And the vape ain't bad, I just ain't into vaping too much. Then we got, alright, so the Edoms, Exodius. These things were like a total ripoff in my opinion. And I got taxed out the wazoo for these back when I did get them. And it's just 230s, but at the time I was doing 20s and I was like, these gotta be good. Jumping from 20s to 30s, but you'd be surprised. These pressed, Test My Kratom even shows that even like pressed 40s sometimes have less than 10 milligram actual 7.0 in them. So you might think you're getting a 30 or 40 or whatever, and you might be lucky to get like 7 to 8 to 12 milligrams actually in your supposed 40 milligram claimed pressed. Not to really diss pressed, because I know there's a lot of people that like pressed and Dozo Perks, but I'm just keeping it real with you from what I've seen from third-party testing and my experience with them. Then you got the Hydras. Didn't really mess with those a whole lot. They weren't that bad, I guess, but they weren't that good either. Cream. Not really hating on cream. I just don't really like the mix with like the MIT and all that stuff. The weird little numbing thing. Which jumps me over to the Opia 150 milligram classic and other flavors. They also do the numbing thing, and I don't really mess with them too much as far as the Kratom extract. Hazy tabs are advertised at 100 milligram. Don't really think they got 100 milligram in them. I don't even know if I would say they have 30. It's crazy as it sounds, but I might be wrong. My opinion, off me doing it. There's the extreme speciola like I had in the single. This thing is 50s. Then Zaza dots, these things were pretty bad, in my opinion. Supposed to be 60 milligram tabs. Didn't really mess with those at all. And then the mood, 18. Could just be because it's 18 milligram. Well, I didn't really care for it. So yeah, there's my tier list from favorite to least favorite. Okay, then over here, flavor-wise, I like, when it comes to the Opia 30s, I like the watermelon, then the pink strawberry, then the blue raz. Okay. When it came to the 20s, classic was my favorite, and then wild cherry, and then, what was it, probably blue raz, and all that, then mint, and green apple was like my least favorite, but not bad. Classics ain't bad, perks ain't bad, 7 tabs ain't bad. 7 tabs favorite flavor would probably be the watermelon. I feel like, as weird as it sounds, I feel like flavors do kind of tell you if it hits more than another one. And like I said, I know that sounds crazy, but there's some research behind it. Like blue raz tends to hit less than other flavors, in my opinion, but I might be wrong. That's why with these 80s, blue raz is the least amount I have. Baja Blast and Cherry Bomb, I feel like hit more than the other ones. Cotton Candy and Blue Raz hit less. It's probably just placebo though when it gets to that, because I ain't really seen testing on these to prove that. But I know with Opia, Watermelon, in the test that I've seen, usually has a few more milligrams actually in them. Like they'll say they have 30 milligram claim, and they might be 27 point blah blah blah, and then Pink Strawberry 27 point blah blah blah, and then Blue Raz would have like 26. And as far as the bottles go, I've only seen the Cherry Blast, Blue Raz, and Baja. And it's the same thing. I got more Baja than anything. Then I got the Cherry and Blue Raz, probably about the same. Kratom Culture is pretty good. I got the Cherry Pie ones. With the Kratom Culture, they're pretty consistent. With these, obviously, I'm going to say I like the 80s the most. The apple pie. The Blue Raz, raspberry, and strawberry are pretty good. The raw powder by Lucid, 360 milligrams per jar. Not as good as I would hope, to be honest, but still not bad. These opiate flavors are pretty good, but in my opinion, I would probably just stick to the 30s before I get these 60s, just because the price range. But if you think about it, the price does actually make sense and complement what you're getting, because if you were to buy 2 opiate 30s to get the same milligram, you'd be paying like a good amount more than what you'd be paying for one of these. Split it in half to get 8 doses if you're doing halves, compared to 8 full ones. But I'd rather do the 8 full ones than that, but the price does make sense. Just wanted to show you guys and let you know my little tier list. Somebody recommended it and I thought it'd be a good idea. Kind of give you some insight to what brands I messed with and see what I'm rocking with, and maybe you'd rock with it too, or maybe you might have some different ones you're rocking with. I'm always curious to know, and I love any insight you guys give me, and I hope I can give you guys some insight. If you are messing with 7.0 or whatever, then I hope I can help you find the best bang for your buck, and hope you guys can help me find the best bang for my buck. Appreciate y'all. Y'all stay blessed, less stress. You already know.